We're back.
Welcome
to episode, I think, 17 of the Some Would Say podcast. Yeah.
SomeWouldSay.com.
SomeWouldSay.com, at SomeWouldSayPod on Twitter. Stuff. We have a Facebook page now, so
sure do.
Find us at Facebook.com/I think Some Would Say Pod.
I'm Genital.
And I'm Psychedelic M.
Glad you're here.
We're glad. Yes, we are. Since we're mentioning websites, I got an email from somebody asking if we'd like to buy somesay.com since we have somewouldSay.com. Since I didn't pay for Who Is Privacy, if you look up the Who Is on somewouldSay.com, it shows you my name, my address, everything about me. Which, since, we don't have... I'm not really worried at this point or at any future period about rabid fans who would come find me.
Going crazy.
Don't care. But I don't care about Who Is Privacy. So if you look up the Who Is for somewouldSay.com, it has all my personal information. And somebody was in my email address. So the person who allegedly owns somesay.com emailed me and asked if I would like to buy Somesay, if I had any interest in buying Somesay.com, and I never responded because I'm like, our podcast is Some Would Say, and we have SomeWouldSay.com.
See, I think it would have been great if you had been like, yeah, we're interested. And gone through that whole venture of what it takes to get somesay.com.
I looked up somesay.com and there's nothing there, and I looked
No,
up
of course not. That's probably a guy that just buys domains.
It's Josepha, so it's a girl, allegedly. But I looked up the Who Is, and it's a GoDaddy domain, so somebody bought it through GoDaddy and they paid for the Who Is privacy, so it just
Did you just
tells
fart?
I did. It just tells the who bought it, and that's GoDaddy. So it doesn't, somebody else decided to mask their presence, and I did not give any fucks about masking my presence on the internet, because fuck it. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing you can take from knowing where I live and shit, but Bourbon is what I'm drinking. Anyone who's interested. I'm gonna smoke the roach of my Black and Mild. Where did I put my lighter? There it is. Haha! So, do you want to talk about that thing?
What thing?
Do you have one in there?
Yeah, you can have some.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive? I don't
How about
have to,
the pack for us?
I don't have to smoke plebeian roaches of Black and Milds.
I'll smoke your plebeian roaches if you don't want to.
Do you want to talk about the thing?
Like my dad?
Yeah, your dad. Yeah.
We can mention it.
Jenna's dad died.
My dad died
He was 60.
a few days ago. He was 60.
His name was Pharrell Williams.
His name was Farrell.
He made that song Happy.
I'm gonna slap you across the face.
Work with JayZ.
There's no way that happened because my dad's a racist.
It is what it is. Jenna's dad believed in the afterlife.
He did.
So he's in a better place now.
He believed that he's in heaven. I'm happy that he believed that. It was comforting to him. It's comforting for me as an atheist to think I will go nowhere and be a part of nothing.
You see, that's comforting to you. You say that, yeah?
Absolutely comforting.
That's not comforting me. See, I struggle with that because
your wife mentioned earlier that you were scared of infinity. Like, how can you be scared of infinity when you know you're going to be a part of it?
It's a crisis of faith, more or less. It's that I have communed with God, and so I believe there is a God. I believe in an afterlife.
What has happened when you have communed with God? What does that mean?
I can't fully comprehend eternity. My human mind can't fathom
exactly
that everything
the length
will not
of
end.
Everything, never. Right, exactly. What's your communes with God, though? What is going on during those?
Well, it's the typical Christian bullshit you'll hate, in that I can see God in a lot of things. Many coincidences in life I attribute to.
Well, then they're not coincidences. Then they're God.
Right, and that's what I
attribute them to. So don't call them coincidences.
Synchronicity, as they say,
All right, I'll take that.
Things like that.
Things that line up.
I contribute to there being something above us controlling things.
Can I have a for instance? for example?
Yeah, sure. Let me vamp a bit while I come up with an eloquent way to phrase it. But like when you
I'm looking for a specific. I'm not looking for a vague general thing.
God, man, you know,
because this isn't the fucking horoscopes. I'm asking you about the thing that you think you're going to when you fucking die and spend eternity, which baffles you.
The thing where everything always goes well for me. Everything always happens in my favor. I never have bad luck. And then Wednesday, my tire's flat when I leave work, so I got to put on the donut, and then I got to change my tire. But my wife has a positive thing happen with her with an interview. She's trying to get a new job, allegedly. So, you know, she doesn't have that charmed life that I have, where everything goes my way.
But your
everything
wife
doesn't
has
always
the
go
exact
her way.
same faith that you do.
Right. I'm God's favorite, okay? I'm blasphemy as it may be, I'm God loves me. I'm very much his favorite. I understand God in a way that many people wish they could understand God, you know? It's that we don't always have to live righteously as long as we live in a way that entertains God. So my view of the God relationship is that God has put us here on this earth, and he's taken a very laid-back approach to it. Like, he's not putting his hand in everything all the time. He's just kind of like...
Apparently he's putting his hand in a lot of shit that happens to you since you think you're so blessed.
Because I live a life that's entertaining to him.
Your life is not entertaining.
Not to you, but to God.
Why would it be entertaining
I live
to
a
God?
divine entertainment.
How? What do you do that is so special?
You couldn't possibly understand it. Because you're not God. But
then
what
how
I
do you understand it?
Because I'm godly.
But making yourself an adverb does not make you special.
You see, to live a Christian life...
Thing, is what you're about to say.
Here's the thing. Jesus spoke a lot in the Bible about, you know, loving one another and being, just basically being cool. You know, it's very Buddhist. Jesus was very Buddhist, you know, like, let's just be cool to one another, let's not be mean and shit like that. And then over the course of history, you know, the church has twisted the things to convert people. You aren't cool
and you are mean.
Right, but in a way that God really enjoys.
Has he told you literally that he enjoys you?
The amount of mean I am to you, do you find it detrimental to your life? Do you find that it makes you hate me?
No, because I know that you actually care about me.
Exactly. And that's the kind of understanding that God has of my life.
But there are millions of people out there that are exactly the same as you are and don't reap the benefits that you are. I mean, you love your life and are like cool with it and stuff, but it's not what everybody would think is a blessed life.
I mean, my life is a blessed life, though.
To you, but to many,
anyone.
Isosceles, chill out. Jesus.
To anyone. I mean, I go through life and shit just works for me. That's a blessed life. I have a house, I have things, I'm living the life. I haven't won the lottery yet. I'm still trying. And I'm sure that'll happen someday, and then I'll rub it in everybody's face. Like, when my tire goes flat, I'll just buy a new car. Because that's funny to God. God's humor is not like human humor. It's tragedy is funny to God, which is why 9/11 happened.
This is why I think that you're not actually a Christian, and why you're actually a fake Christian, a Christian.
But I believe in God.
It doesn't seem like you do. It seems like you have this idea of what God probably is, and there's not a single person on earth that thinks similarly. I've never met anybody that talks about God like you talk about God.
You're probably right, but that would mean that I'm the only one on earth that's correct about the true nature of God.
You are,
which is why I live this blessed life.
It's not as great as it looks, Matt.
My life isn't?
No.
In what way is my life not awesome?
I don't know. You got problems?
Am I hampered by debt?
You don't have like fucking...
Do I have a place to live?
Sure you do.
Do I have
but
a job?
You're not fucking perfect.
Do I get to do the things I want to do?
You're an asshole.
Yeah?
You are a fucking prick.
Yeah. God loves that. He thinks it's funny.
I don't think that. I think that, if I were God, I'd be pissed that somebody thought that.
Me?
Yeah.
See, but God isn't pissed at me, and that's the difference. I understand God, and a lot of people don't.
It's cool that you think that God thinks that you're special and significant, and that you are chosen out of the millions and millions and millions of people that do the exact same things that you do.
My life is a weird Truman Show.
That's not fucking true, though. It is not.
I might be the only person that really exists.
Matt, well, I mean, you can't prove yourself wrong, so...
Right. It's the wonderful thing
that's
about
the
religion.
ultimate philosophy, is that you can't prove that anything is around and that you're not just dreaming this, But there is no way that any God ever would ever think that you were that fucking special.
Bitch.
Things happen because things happen. And some are luckier than others.
But I have a lot of that luck.
A lot of people have that luck, and a lot of people don't. For instance, I don't have any luck ever.
You're an atheist. That's what you get.
I know plenty of Christians that have shit luck too.
But they're not good Christians. They don't practice right. They practice hate.
Then write your own goddamn fucking Bible.
I could be a prophet.
Oh my god.
I might be.
I fucking hate you so much.
I might be able to preach the true word of Christ.
No, you wouldn't, because there is no true word of Christ.
Love one another. Be good to each other.
You don't even like most people.
I don't, because most people suck. How do you feel about Donald Trump?
Do you know that you're too smart to be a Christian?
I do know that, and yet here I am.
Here you are.
Reaping the benefits. Loving the Lord. LOL. Lucifer our Lord.
It's entertaining to God.
It's very entertaining.
He
God, he loves
that's
that
funny.
shit. When I lead people astray, he loves it. Somebody's got to be the instrument that tests people.
There's plenty of those.
Well, there's me.
Definitely you are trying to some.
How do you feel about Donald Trump?
I hate the motherfucker, but he is making the Republicans look like idiots. So
He's leading them.
I can't hate him so much.
What do you think about the potential for him getting the actual Republican nomination for
it did make me think, like, oh my god, what if fucking Donald Trump was the president? Like,
No, not if he's the president, but will he get the nomination?
No, never.
You don't think so, but we didn't think Romney would get the nomination.
Donald Trump is way different than Romney.
He's leading the fucking polls.
He's way different than Romney.
He's saying what the Republicans who answer polls believe. Mexicans are rapists and criminals, and women are less than men, and the Republicans are eating it up. They're just they love it. They love it.
But I don't see a lot of Republicans eating it up. I see most people fucking being like, is this motherfucker for real?
You see Democrats saying that.
No, I've seen Republicans saying that, especially...
Who did they support, though?
Idiots. They're all idiots.
They're all idiots,
100%. All of them.
The Republican Party in general is totally on his side right now, and he might totally get the nomination.
Well, if he does, it'll make it easier for Democrats to win in
Here's
2016.
Here's what I need. I need Hillary to have a serious scandal and get taken out of the
Not a
running
fucking
completely.
email scandal.
I mean, a serious scandal.
Yeah, like the email thing isn't even that big a deal.
Bernie's doing a damn good job right
Oh my
now.
god, who knew, too? Like, I was like,
all he needs is for Hillary to get railroaded out of his way.
Well, when I started seriously considering socialism, like, I saw Bernie, and I was like, God, that guy is great. And I was like, it's a shame he'll never be president.
He might be. He's getting the support.
This is the closest it's ever been, and I can't believe that I'm, like, part of it, that I'm in it. Have you donated yet?
No. All the Republicans are talking about is Hillary. And so as long as they focus on her and bring her down, Bernie can step out and be the one. He should be the one. He's the one we he's not the candidate we deserve. He's the candidate we should have.
We should have. No, we don't deserve him. We haven't earned him.
We deserve Hillary. But we need Bernie.
So, I knew a lot of Republicans that voted for Obama just because they liked him, you know?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a decent human, for sure.
He's all right.
But now, they're, like, that has made them think that Hillary Clinton is, like, the worst human on the planet. Like, they'll never vote Democrat ever again.
Bernie.
Man, you know,
Bring that Bernie love. I think he might be the only politician not currently bought by a corporation. Or corporations.
Or the least. I mean, he really has an unscathed record. He's been pro-social his whole career.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a good fucking guy.
He's been independent.
I just want to hang out with him.
I watched a thing where he was getting ready to speak, and Sarah Silverman opened for him.
Perfect.
I love her. And so,
brilliant.
I mean, she said a lot of good things, and I think we get more people on Bernie's side, more people really rallying the troops.
How do you think we do that?
As it were, for Bernie. I mean, it's just, this...
I was for Hill Dog until I realized that Bernie Sanders had a chance.
Yeah, no,
I've been pro Bernie Sanders for a very long time.
He's killing it on social media. And I mean, this is the way you speak to our generation.
He's virtually scandalous. You know,
Scandal-less.
Less,
Yeah.
not scandalous.
Yeah,
Scandal-less.
He's
without scandal.
He's killing it on social media, which is the way you speak to our generation and the generations younger than us.
Well, that's not how you speak to me.
Well, not you. You're...
I listen to NPR.
Illiterate, but...
Oh, wow. That was deep.
But he's really doing a great job on social media, which I think is a good way to get... The internet will, I hope...
Which is nice, because he's fucking like 70.
Yeah,
so.
The internet will be, I hope, the thing that really chooses the course of this next presidential election. And I think that the Republicans may not understand that, and the Democrats may not understand that. The Hillary Democrats may not understand that. And that you need to get the vote out, you know. Get out the vote, whatever they say. I don't know. But you gotta get people to vote.
What the fuck do they say? The Kanye West thing, remember when...
If you get people to come out and vote, the people that don't usually vote, they might vote for Bernie, but I'm not going to be involved in
We thought they would vote for Obama, and they barely did. Obama barely won.
But he did win.
He barely won.
Against automaton Romney.
Praise him.
But, you know, I wouldn't vote in a primary. I won't declare myself a Democrat to vote in a primary, so...
Most of the people that do that are voting for the person that they think won't win on the opposite party.
I think that if Donald Trump gets the nomination for the Republicans, the Democrats are in regardless. I think that there are some chances.
100%. People always threat that like they'll move if a certain person becomes president. I
wish they would.
I think that this might be the one. If Donald Trump is our president, I might.
There's no chance he makes it.
There is no chance, but like, goddamn, what if he does, Matt?
He speaks to the core.
What if he does?
He can't. He speaks to the core Republicans, and they're not a large enough section
He doesn't
of the
even speak, though. Like, that's, like, if he gets elected...
He speaks a lot, that's his problem.
Not about anything that matters, and it's all the same. Like, you can't just call people idiots, and that makes you get a fucking vote.
He's leading in the polls. It's great.
So, just because people are wanting to hear what he has to say next.
I love it. It's so entertaining.
And what is terrible, this fucking prick is only around because he wasn't around for a minute. Like, he's only doing this for fucking popularity. How fucking pathetic can one human be?
He's running it. He's tapped in, you know, to what they want to hear. I mean, not necessarily because they want to hear it. He's discovered that they want to hear what he has to say. And
which is anything.
Hilarious. It's great. So, Bernie, 2016. Let's do this, people. Come on.
You know, if the Hill Dog turned over her server a few days ago, finally.
It's blank.
I'm sure it is, but like, if it comes out that there were classified emails, which I don't know how much there was that
blank.
Isn't public. Like, if there was, though, and there's some real legit shit in there, I think Bernie could have a chance. I almost hope for it.
Yeah, but people are really attaching themselves to all the falsehoods, the lies that are being told about Hillary as well, like the whole Watergate thing. Like people are glomping onto that.
Seriously,
it's like,
she was
that's not a thing.
Intern
yeah,
when that
she
happened.
was an intern.
Yeah.
They let all the interns go because they couldn't afford to continue paying them. It's a whole thing. But people are like, oh, she lied about Watergate. Like she didn't have anything to do with that.
15 years older than us that are thinking that she's a crook. Like people that voted for Bush in '92.
How much do you love that Jeb Bush, who was the foregone conclusion, is not beating Donald Trump right now?
I am one that is totally against Bush dynasty, but I think it is hilarious that no one's even talking about it.
I love it. He waited so long so that he could raise so much money with
as many votes as that motherfucker is fucked up for the whole state of Florida.
Yeah,
he can't get a vote to save his life right now.
I was in global chat on Clash of Clans, and somebody was like, "I'm from Florida." I was like, "Florida's the Wang of America." Limp, but
just hanging.
Yeah, it's just kind of
uncircumcised.
Yeah. I love it so much because in the beginning, before all this happened, I was thinking, Jeb's gonna run. He's obviously got the backing of the Koch, brothers. You could say Coke all day long. It's not.
It's
Coke.
Koch.
It's
it
Koch.
says. It literally says Koch.
I mean, you could go Koch, but it's Koch. But he's got
That's
the backing.
We're American. We speak American. It says Koch.
They, he's clearly the one the Republican Party wanted. But Donald Trump is killing it in the polls, and so they're kind of coming around. Because when I go to the gym, I see Fox News. I don't get Fox News, but I see it at the gym, and they are all up on Trump right now. So
really,
yeah, they're way up on Trump.
But
and they are the ones that influence the conservative
party. I know a lot
party.
of people are really, they were really gunning for Marco Rubio.
Not a chance. Not anymore. I mean, once Jeb Bush declared, it was like, ooh, Jeb, but then it was Donald Trump. It's been the Trump show the whole time.
You think he's going to be the one? Rick Perry's trying some shit, but Texas is in a whole slew of things going on right now.
It's Trump or Bush, and it's looking like Trump at this point. It's still early days.
It's still really early.
He's got more time
Trump is going to fuck up at some point.
I mean, he keeps fucking up, but it only helps him for some reason.
It's not even... The polls that people are fucking taking are popularity polls. They're not like, because I like this guy.
He's popular as fuck.
There's no way this many people actually like him. They just want to know what he's saying.
Look, the Republican Party's so out of touch that they gave Romney the nomination. They're going to give Trump the nomination.
I think that we're different than we were 3 years ago. I think Republicans are different than they were 3 years ago.
I think they'd like you to think they are, but they are not. They are still out of touch, very out of touch, and they will give Trump the nomination. I'm calling it now. And because no one listens to this or anything, it doesn't matter, but...
He wouldn't declare, so...
Trump for the Republican nomination. Not for president, but for the Republican nomination. They're going to shoot themselves in the foot again, like they did with Romney.
I really hope that it's him.
Like they did with
because
Palin.
We could win against Trump.
I mean, we win against anybody. I mean, I shared on the podcast before the study that showed the way the votes went in the midterm, the low turnout versus the way Democrats won some seats in places they shouldn't have with the low turnout. That showed that regardless of who runs, the Democrats are going to take the White House again. Regardless. So, all we can hope for is that the right Democrat gets in. And I say Democrat
it's not like
in
we
air
can
quotes,
fucking do
Bernie
anything
Sanders.
for 2 years anyway, because we still got House Republicans for another 2 years after that anyway. Which is fucking stupid, by the way. I mean...
During the presidential election, we should have some senators and congressmen up for re-election as well. I mean, they're not all up at the same time.
Not enough.
Maybe.
No.
And it doesn't matter because they haven't done shit since they took the majority. They haven't done shit. The American people thought they would do shit.
Can we talk about executive order while we're on the subject?
Go for it.
I'm pleased that Obama has been taking executive order, like, because, like, he just wasn't getting shit through the House. Like, it's like fuck yeah, he's doing some shit.
Yeah,
he's got a legacy. He's got like a year fucking left. Do your shit. Get this shit done. How do you feel about the Iranian deal?
Hey man, we gotta find peace somehow.
Exactly, and I think I was very happy when Obama was like, it's either war or diplomacy. Like, which one do you want?
Let's
because
go with
that
diplomacy.
is those are literally the options.
Because Obama's a warmonger.
Let's try them.
They're all warmongers.
Oh, they're politicians.
And yet somehow he chose peace, which is very strange, but I'm for it. Because the Democrats and the Republicans all want more war.
We don't need to be fucking dumping more fucking war money into fucking Iran than we're already dumping in fucking ISIS, which we could have actually taken care of years ago.
All of the Republicans want war. All of the potential candidates.
Well, it's a
they all want
moneymaker.
war. And Hillary wants war. Let's make no bones about it.
That is true.
She wants war. Sanders does not want war.
Early on in Clinton's political career, she's a Democrat. She was super conservative.
Obama's a warmonger. They're all warmongers.
It makes money, man.
If you want to know who's a warmonger, look at how they voted in the Senate. We're talking about Obama here. You know, obviously Hillary's not in the Senate anymore. But if you look at how
she did a pretty decent job as secretary.
If you look at how they vote, warmongers. Democrats and Republicans. There's no fucking difference there. They'll want to continue the military-industrial complex of warmongering.
That we don't need.
We don't need it.
No.
You know?
I'm pro-National Guard. I think having people around when shit gets fucked up in the United States, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we don't really need to have...
You want to secure our borders? How about bring all our troops back and use them to secure our borders?
Actually, I don't even believe in really securing our borders. Like, fucking... If Americans don't want to fucking work, then fucking put somebody to work.
But they're all rapists and criminals, Jenna.
That is true. It's a fact. It's in the books. Read it.
Fucking dumb.
It's in the books. Motherfucker. Yeah, but anyway, I'm happy that Obama's finally taken all this executive order shit, and like, I don't care if it gets repealed in the next few years. This shit. What I am sad about though is Guantanamo Bay not being closed. That's a shame that didn't happen, and I don't think it's gonna happen. And
you want to secure? Oh shit! I lost it. I had something good, but I was saying. Oh. You want to secure the libertarian vote / independent vote against Bernie Sanders, then you nominate Rand Paul for the Republican Party. It's never going to happen.
Nope.
He doesn't have a fucking chance.
No. None of the Pauls ever did.
If Rand Paul got the nomination, I'd seriously consider him.
He could win.
I'd consider him because he would get the third party vote, the libertarian vote, the independent vote. He
is a Republican that I wouldn't hate being in office, that I wouldn't, but he's the person that if he was president,
he's no nonsense, man.
I wouldn't move.
He's no nonsense. His Israel stance in the debate was, we can't keep funding Israel with money we don't have. And they're like, wait, you don't support Israel?
Which is very anti-Republican.
They said, well, you don't support Israel? He says, no, it's not that I don't support Israel. I don't support spending money we don't have to fund groups who hate us.
Right.
And I was like, oh, shit, can you really get away with speaking truth? Is that going to help you? Shouldn't you start lying at some point, buddy? Because, I mean, that's what we've been doing. We armed the Syrian rebels. They became ISIS. We've done this since Vietnam.
We armed... Oh, no, it's cyclical. We armed the rebels. Then they're like, wait a minute, they're actually assholes. And
we armed Al-Qaeda.
Yep, we absolutely did.
Because they weren't on our side. They were against the people we were against at the time, and then they turned on us, and we knew that was going to happen, and yet we did it anyway.
How about Turkey finally stepping up? Did you hear about that?
Turkey's a little rough.
They finally it took them penetrating their borders to actually finally fucking step up. Turkey has an amazing army. There's no reason that they shouldn't have been taking care of this shit in the Middle East.
Well, they kind of kill people we like, too, though. They're like, we're just going to kill a bunch of people we don't like.
There's no reason they couldn't have started taking care of ISIS long ago, though. There's no reason. And it's about time that they step the fuck up.
You know, as a person that sides
they're
with...
almost perfect geographically to do something about it.
The Middle East should handle their own affairs. We should get the fuck out of that nonsense.
Well, we want their oil.
I mean, we got to get away from the oil. We got to.
We should. It's killing the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I heard this cool thing on, NPR, because that's what I listen to.
Of course, hippie trash.
That's better than white trash. But, that there's a way to help global warming, and that's by putting things into the atmosphere, like the stuff that comes out of, it's sulfur, sulfates, and shit like that from, like, volcanoes. You know, when they, like, block out the sun and shit, we can actually put the molecules into the atmosphere, the stratosphere, and block and sustain a moderate temperature for the Earth. That's like a thing that we are scientifically capable of, and we're not doing it.
The problem is that with global warming,
climate change. Let's just call it climate change, because people are sensitive about global warming.
Human-instituted climate change, or human-affected climate change. What we're talking about, though, is that the reality...
That's straight up, huh?
Yeah. I love my bourbon.
I know you do.
The thing we're talking about is... the reality of the situation is that we're long overdue for an ice age, so that man-made climate change / global warming might actually be putting that shit off. So global warming might be a good thing in that respect, but the Republicans, and they'd be wise to take that stance, but instead they just deny climate change by human hands, you know?
Right.
But
well, at first they denied global warming, and then they were like, well, shit's getting a little warmer. And then they were like, well, you know what, the climate's not changing so much, so we now deny climate change. And now they're like, well, climate change clearly is happening, but it wasn't because we
Here's the
did
thing.
it.
If we stopped all carbon emissions right now, say magic wand, you know, a genie out of a bottle, stop carbon emissions, stop the CO2 into the atmosphere, stop it, within 10 years, we'd see the effects of an ice age coming, because it's been coming, and we've been putting it off, which is fine. We probably shouldn't have fucked with the environment to begin with, but it's a little late now.
What do you think about Mars?
It's a long ways off.
Think we should go there?
I support, Bill Nye and the Planetary Society and everything like that, trying to research and get there and see what's going on. It's too late for this planet. That's the hard truth. Regardless, if we stop what we're doing, ice age. If we continue what we're doing, storms, massive climate change, abnormal weather nonsense.
100% death. We could probably survive ice age.
We might.
We could. We could live underground for millions of years.
I don't know about millions. I mean, we're going to have to use the sun to grow food and shit.
How long did the last ice age last?
Thousands,
was it
million
thousands?
Years maybe? Yeah.
I think it was millions.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It wiped a mass extinction event. I mean, wiped out a number of the species on the Earth, and somehow a few humans managed to survive.
Yeah, there were Neanderthals.
Yeah.
Right? It was Neanderthals when Ice Age
we've
ended?
Spread back out, but I mean, we're talking about a 90% reduction in human population. So,
well, while
we're
on the Ice Age, how do you feel about de-extinction?
De-extinction?
It's the cloning of animals that have become extinct. It's the Jurassic Park.
I'm against it, and I haven't done I haven't put any thought to this because you just asked me just now. But I would say that off the cuff, I'm against it because I want to let natural selection and survival of the fittest take its course.
So,
meaning that if species couldn't cut it and went extinct, then they don't deserve to be here.
What if we brought back an animal that had been taken out by humans, like the dodo? Like that.
What good does the dodo do us?
Well, still, like, it'd be nice to have something, but, like, people are trying to bring back the woolly mammoth and things like that. And
it's pointless. I mean, what good are they to us?
I don't know, it just would be cool. Did you know there was a woolly rhinoceros?
I did not.
Isn't that fucking cool?
I mean...
It's cool to think about.
I mean,
I would want one right next to me. Right. Well, I give a fuck, but...
lame ass rhinoceros bullshit.
It's a moral question, really. Like, what... Do you think it's okay to do that if you actually believe in?
I mean, I think it's okay. I don't think it's
course?
Necessary. I don't think it's needed.
A waste of money.
I think it's a waste of money. I think it's unnecessary. I don't know that it's wrong to do it. I think it's pointless to do it. That's my stance.
Here's my thing. Like, I think it's okay to bring back things if humans were the reason that it's dead.
Nippon Goo.
Nippon Goo.
Lollipop
we will surpass
candy.
all of your grandparents.
So, while we're on the issue of
anyway, that's a
whatever.
thing called de-extinction.
Let's talk about Cecil.
Cecil the Lion.
Were you aware of that whole thing?
Yeah, even though I'm not on the internet, I was aware of that.
Yeah, who cares? Somebody was like, oh, this trophy hunter killed Cecil the Lion, and they explained the whole thing to me, and they said, oh, he was like 13 years old or whatever. And in my mind, the first thing, and this may speak to my being a despicable human being,
terrible
but
human.
my first thought was, well, how long do lions live in the wild anyway? And so I looked it up. It's about 10 to 14 years.
Well, how long do they live naturally? Because, like, I know that in certain countries, there are very few lions because of poaching.
Right.
So, did you look that up based on what they would live to be if they were not poached?
Yeah.
How long did lions used to live?
They lived 10 to 14 years.
How long did lions used to live?
10 to 14 years. They're giant cats.
No. How long do they live now?
10 to 14 years.
Exactly. How long did they used to live?
Who gives a fuck? We don't live in used to, we live now.
Humans.
And so I was like, it's probably about his time anyway. How long did they used to live, you say? Well, it doesn't matter. We live in now.
It does.
He was in a conservation, where he was being protected.
There's no fucking reason he needed to fucking die. That's the issue. I don't give it. I don't.
There are bigger issues though within the Lion Kingdom.
Exactly. That's my thing. Like, I don't. Cecil was just a representative. That was it.
Yeah, but in the lion community, a lion that old would probably be taken out by a younger lion at some point very, very soon anyway. And his cubs would be murdered by the lions because they're crazy beasts.
Yeah,
they're savages.
Yeah. Don't call them savages.
The way they live as animals in nature is very, very fucked up.
But they're not taken out by humans.
Oh, let's talk about the poachers. Because I see a lot of progressive and liberal sentiment about poachers and how, when poachers are killed, that's great. But
poachers are killed? I mean, I'm not okay with anything.
They murder poachers, but the reality of the situation is that when you talk about poachers, you're not talking about the white man coming in and poaching. You're not talking about trophy hunters poaching.
Poachers are mainly people trying to make money for their fucking community and village and family.
Actually, poachers in Africa are mainly very super duper 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 duper, and I'm seriously poor people who
that's the way they make money.
That's not how they make money. That's how they get food on the fucking table. They go out there and they believe that if they rub some ash on their face, they're invisible and they can kill these things, kill a lion, even though it's illegal, take it, eat it, all that good stuff. These are the poachers. You say poachers, not you. We say poachers and we think, oh, it's good if they die. But Poachers really are just the super poor people who don't have enough food. They
No,
don't have enough
Africa's
water.
real fucked up.
Africa's fucked. But poachers, air quotes, are super poor people who are breaking the law by killing these creatures, yes.
For survival.
That's how they're
We
surviving.
could look at that
And
as... We could look at that here, too. What are people looting and crime doing, like having
Before
crime
we go
for?
there, real quick.
For survival.
Before we go there.
Oh,
It's
I wanna
legal
ta- I
to
wanna
kill
talk
poachers
about
in
the
Africa.
NWA.
It's legal.
I want to talk about the NWA movie.
Niggas with
Remember
attitude?
that? Yes. Go ahead. Sorry, I just want to remind you. I want to talk about that.
Did you see it?
No, I'm going to.
Okay. It's legal to kill poachers in Africa.
That's kind of
And
fucked
so the
up.
game wardens, they'll go out, they kill a poacher. And when you say poacher, it's like, yay, kill the poachers. They kill a super poor person who's only trying to survive by killing an animal to make money or eat. Because they got nothing.
Yeah.
They got literally fucking nothing. And I'm not saying poaching's okay. I'm not. Let's make no bones about it.
But
They need to find a different way.
There's a way to change it.
But for it to be
Right.
legal to kill these people because they shot an animal to make money or eat, maybe we shouldn't celebrate the game wardens who kill poachers. Like, good for you. Like,
they're not killing the dentist. Like, they're not, if the
Right?
dentist died, like, it'd be a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that guy's
Exactly.
a dick anyway. I mean,
I'm sure he
hired
is.
a guy,
I mean,
lured him
God.
out of the preserve,
and
blah,
didn't
blah,
even
blah,
fucking
blah.
kill him outright. Like,
What a
he
dick.
fucking put a bow in him, let him suffer for a while, be in pain, and that. What the fuck? Like, who the fuck does that? You gotta have the tiniest dick in the world.
Exactly.
Tiniest
I think
dick in the. That's what this podcast should be called, by the way. Tiniest dick in the world.
I'm for that. I'm in a mental note, but I think you hit the nail on the head there. Anybody who's trophy hunting,
Yeah.
and wants to kill a majestic animal, whatever. Let's use all the adjectives we can, whatever. Lions, fuck them. But I mean, this dude killed this lion just because he wanted to kill a lion.
Right.
Tiniest
There
dick
was
in
no
the
reason.
world.
Tiniest dick in the world.
It's just like dudes who buy tiny cars, or convertibles and whatnot, or big ass cars. You're making up for something.
I bet Donald Trump has a tiny dick.
I'll bet. Yeah, I'd agree. I bet it 100%.
Bet he does.
Because you know what? People with big dicks, or even average sized dicks, don't worry about that shit.
They don't. No.
They're
No.
because they can.
They go to work like the rest
They
of us.
put it in women, and they're like, yeah,
this feels all right.
ladies like it all right.
And the lady's doing okay.
Yeah, she's okay
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the best in the world, but hey,
But hey, she's getting it.
She's getting it, right? I mean,
Right?
it's really.
I
a
would
small
like
dick
the
problem.
whole podcast world to know that Psychedelicum just thrusted at the microphone.
Thrusted. It is what
Very sensually, I will say. It was nice to watch.
I'm very confident in what you call a small dick.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
I don't think it's terribly small. I don't think it's the biggest dick in the world, obviously, but
It'll do.
It's good enough.
It'll do,
you
pig.
know?
It'll do.
And I'm fine with good enough. Okay? 'Cause what am I gonna do? Not like I can change it.
Well, even if you had a little dick, just accept it. Fucking work around it.
Accept
Be
it.
good at oral.
Yeah,
Do something.
I mean, work.
Don't
but
kill fucking animals. P.S. So this thing, you said you're going to start hunting next year. My only issue is that means that you'll have a gun.
Yeah.
And I don't like guns.
Yeah, but because I'm not man enough to use a crossbow.
You
Not yet.
are.
I'm not strong enough, and it takes. Here's the thing.
I just don't like guns, Matt.
If you use a
Like,
crossbow,
I just don't like guns.
You have to be really good because you cause a lot of suffering to an animal if you hit them in the wrong part. Before they die, they will suffer a shit ton if you use a crossbow.
You don't
and aren't
think
good
they'll
at it.
suffer if you miss with a bullet?
If you don't miss with a bullet, you fucking hit him in the head.
You miss with a bullet?
Boom. You hit him in the lung.
Where the
boom.
fuck you think the crossbow going?
You hit him in the heart. Boom. You hit him in the fucking butt. It's like,
You don't think you'll hit a fucking deer
you
in
gotta
a
chase
butt?
that motherfucker down and kill him.
You don't think you'll hit a deer in a butt?
That's why I gotta
with a
get
gun.
good with a gun, and it's easier to get good with a gun than it is with a crossbow.
How
off the
is
bat.
it easier? It's aim.
Mm-hmm.
It's all aim.
You gotta have a lot of pounds of pressure on the crossbow. You gotta pull back. You gotta fucking sight it. You gotta lead it. Boom. It doesn't fly as fast as a bullet. With a bullet, you can and it's there.
That's why I don't like guns, is because you can kill something in an instant. You should have to think about what you're doing before you kill somebody or kill anything.
Sure, okay. But what were you saying when I cut you off to continue my point about Cecil? And
I don't know.
You had some point.
No, I didn't.
Okay, you did.
I don't like guns. I think that if they were eradicated from the earth, then we wouldn't have a problem.
You know what? If we could, magic wand, genie, take all the guns away, I think that would solve a lot of problems.
It would solve almost all the problems.
But we can't. That's not the reality of the situation.
See, like, people always say, like, well, if you don't think guns are okay, the cops still have guns. Well, I don't think cops should have guns.
They shouldn't. No. In a perfect
shouldn't.
world, they wouldn't have guns. Nobody would have guns.
Nobody would have guns.
We'd have knives, and we'd go around shivving each other. Good times.
And living afterward.
Probably.
You'd live.
High possibility.
It's a lot better than a gun. Also, it takes a lot more work to stab somebody. And I can run from a knife, motherfucker. I can't run from a bullet.
You could learn some self-defense to block the knife and stuff like that. But yeah.
Also, I could live from a knife wound. My chances of living from a bullet, not good. What are you looking at?
He's so cute. Okay. Alright, sorry listeners, as my screen, not my screensaver, my desktop background, whatever, anyway, is Elijah when he was like a couple months old. He's just
being
lying
adorable.
There, blank.
Blake. Which is why we're pro 6-month post-birth abortion.
Yeah.
Up to 15 months, isn't that what you said? Or 15 years?
15 years, yeah. No. Okay, so here's the thing, podcast listeners. On the Facebook page, some would say Facebook page, some would say pod, probably at facebook.com/some would say pod. I posted that we'd be recording tonight, and I posted the possibility of special guests. But as you can tell, there's just me and Jenna again.
I'm special.
Jenna had put forth the possibility of her friend Lauren coming, which I thought would have been great.
For you, because all you guys
out.
do is talk shit about me.
Lauren?
Yeah, you guys have united in talking shit about me.
I like Lauren. She's nice.
She likes you too.
Very nice people. And also potentially Megan, who, it's always fun to have her on. I'd like her to be here to defend herself while we talk shit about her, but I mean, it is what it is. Podcast listeners, it's just me and Jenna again. You have to put up with that. Someday we'll find people willing to come on the fucking microphone again.
It's not going to be my mom. She fucking moved to Texas.
She did. She moved to Texas to watch her dad die.
Oh my god.
I know. It's rough.
Wow.
I know, I'm vicious.
She moved to Texas to raise my nephew, not to
her grandson.
My dad die.
She wasn't fond of him.
She loves him though. Like, my mom's devastated. Yeah. I'm getting one of those cremation necklaces with the ashes in it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a fish hook.
Because he was a fisher of men?
He was a fisher, and then when we were kids, like, we fished a lot. He wishes. We fished a lot, and he used to call Jesse and I his little fisher girls.
Did we already go over the fact that he worked with JayZ and made that song Happy?
We did, but he was a bigot.
Okay.
We went over that as well. I wanted to talk about the NWA movie coming out.
All right, let's talk about that, because I'll let you go ahead.
I just am excited about it.
Why are you excited about the NWA movie? Or the Compton movie, really?
Because it's I'm sorry, I was just scratching.
I scratch all the time.
Yeah, but I'm a girl.
I love Archer so
I do
much.
too. So good. Did you hear about that new show coming out on Comedy Central?
No.
It's exactly Archer, except it's like Miami Vice.
Then fuck that.
I know. I'm a little like,
Archer's
really,
Archer.
Comedy Central? You can come up with something else?
Real quick, Woodhouse is dead.
What?
The guy who played Woodhouse is dead.
Oh,
he died. I mean, he was really fucking old, and he died.
Well, I hope they have some kind of tribute.
I mean, I hope they do, too.
I'm sure they will, because Woodhouse is a good...
In fairness, that last season, I just rewatched it again. Woodhouse nowhere to be found. So, I mean, they'll have an easy time transitioning to a no Woodhouse Archer, because the last season didn't have Woodhouse in it at all. Zero amount of Woodhouse.
Interesting.
He was missing or whatever, and then things, but...
I think he was stuck under the barbell for a while.
I don't.
And just stayed there.
I just watched it
in the Tunt Mansion.
Oh yeah, he was there in the Tunt Man. That was the previous season.
Hi,
oh, that's
Cecil.
the dog. She's still here. Jesus.
Yeah, she sure is.
Well, she was inside it. I was like, what the fuck is that? A giant cockroach? But no, it's the dog. No, that was the previous season, but the last season was not the Tunt Mansion season.
Oh, that's right. That was 2 seasons ago.
But, yeah.
Okay.
But Woodhouse was no. I just watched it expecting to see Woodhouse, and there was no Woodhouse. So I'm thinking, I was in the beginning. I was like, "Ooh, how are they going to transition into Woodhouse?" But I'm like, they didn't have Woodhouse in this last season. So, but yeah, he's dead. Ouch. Good guy.
That's a shame.
Good stuff.
He was funny as fuck.
Rest in peace. I guess he can't hear this.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Good guy though.
Cheers.
Cheers. Drink my bourbon. I had a lot more bourbon than I thought I had, though. When I was texting you, I was
brought whiskey, though.
I know, and I felt bad for that, because when I looked at the bourbon I had, I was like, oh, I've got almost a full bottle still. The giant fucking bottle. But I thought I had less.
I don't drink
confused.
Alcohol, though.
But you could.
I might bring my own.
You could, though. It would be better than
but
early time shit you brought.
No, that's what my mom drinks, and that's why I brought it. Anyway,
NWA
movie.
Okay,
I do. It's fine.
Well, I drank Old Crow real quick.
Old Crow. Well, yeah.
I went to
like
CVS.
$8 for like fucking 750 fucking milliliters.
I went to CVS to get my very old Barton, which I love and is very cheap. But they didn't have it again, and so I bought Old Crow, and it's not good. It's not good.
You know what's weird though? It is kind of sweet.
They had very old Barton this time though, so I have lots of very old Barton.
Hey, do you think we can see some of the meteor shower?
Is there a meteor shower about to happen?
Yes. Well, tonight.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's talk about NWA.
NWA.
Niggas with attitude.
I'm excited that, the market of hip-hop is so saturated with just fucking bullshit. I have a thesaurus, too. I can make analogies. I can talk about how fucking awesome I am. But what fucking NWA did was talk about...
I have a sour look on my face.
The real shit you do. The real shit.
As I love hip-hop.
And trying to rise above. That's why I love hip-hop.
Dr. Dre? Easy.
Dr. Dre, yeah, but Dr. Dre beat the shit out of some women. But he's better now. I love that.
Mr. Dre, Mr. NWA, Mr. AK, coming straight out of Compton. Y'all better make way.
Easy was a bitch. I didn't just say that.
It's fine. It's fine. We're real talk here. Real talk.
I think it's going to be great. I want to go see it. Do you want to go see it together?
I'd be down for that. I would be down for that. Now, my jumping off point for that is the finale, the new Dr. Dre album. Dr. Dre released Compton, a soundtrack or whatever. And I was real excited for it. Real excited. Because, he didn't release, the Chronic or whatever, the album that was supposed to be the last album. He made it, and then he didn't release it. He was like, it wasn't good enough. Because let's be honest, Dre don't have it still. So, he released Compton, and that's his finale. That's his last album. That's it, And I was like, ooh, I want to buy it. I want to own it so bad. He released it on Apple Music first, which, I'm not for it. And I think it's on iTunes. Well,
it's probably under contract.
I want to, well, obviously, but I want to buy it on CD. It doesn't come out till 2 weeks from now, which is totally bullshit. So I obtained it because
need some of this?
No, I think so.
I'm gonna give it to you anyway.
You're spraying me with poison. I guess I don't know.
Your wife made it.
She did. Crazy.
She makes good food. Maybe she makes good bug spray.
I haven't been eating up at all, so I don't know what your problem is. I think you probably should eat better. So I was real excited about the new Dr. Dre album, and I heard really good things about Medicine Man, a track on the album with Eminem. And so I obtained it. However I obtained things. But
sure.
And I listened to it, and it's very disappointing. The entire album is... It's not it's not good. The Medicine Man track with Eminem is really good. But that's because Eminem basically takes a verse and then extends it beyond the amount of time he should be given. And just drops bombs and destroys once again. And, you know, and that made me go back and listen to the Slim Shady LP, the first one that came out, you know, with My Name Is and all that shit.
Right.
It holds up today, and I don't remember it as holding up, but I listened to it and I was like, oh, he's gotten better, but he was pretty good back then. And so I listened to the Marshall Mathers LP because I really enjoyed the Marshall Mathers LP too. And so I listened to the Marshall Mathers LP again, and it was amazing as well. And so I'm like, Eminem kind of really good at what he does. But the Compton album from Dr. Dre is very disappointing.
That's a shame.
It was very much a shame because I had very high hopes.
Well,
I thought
he's
it would
old
be amazing.
as fuck now. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
all of his buddies are fucking not at all gangster anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know, hip hop used to mean something.
And even when JayZ comes out with a new album, at least it's listenable.
Well, JayZ's a prodigy.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a genius, but I mean, when I listen to Eminem rap, though, it's like the analogies and just the...
I just can't get behind Eminem. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. I know he's got
nothing
talent.
to apologize for. He's a genius, though.
He just annoys me.
Yeah, I get that.
I think it's that he's annoying.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. He cleaned up and got off the drugs.
I really don't like white people.
The Recovery album,
it was
not
the
really
white
for
people.
It. Okay.
I really don't like white.
I gotta pee.
Pause?
Yeah, I'm gonna pause. I'll do the right thing and pause instead of just whiz on the side of the...
Do you want to maybe put some more ice and alcohol in that drink for me while you're peeing?
If I can... Ooh, I got my password right.
Wow.
Hey. Okay, we're back. Real quick, the thing I noticed about the Old Crow when I got it was it gave me headaches like none other. It's a shittier quality bourbon. It is. I mean,
is it?
Yeah, turns out.
That looks just like my dad. Little Marshall.
Except he's alive.
Oh. Oh.
Old Crow gave me headaches and Very Old Barton does not. I mean, I'd get headaches while drinking it. It's not good. You know, fuck you, Old Crow. That's what I gotta say. Very Old Barton, keep up the good work. You used to be aged like 4 or 8 years, and now you're only aged 3, so, I mean, you know, a little detriment there, but however you make your bourbon is the right way, I guess.
You're a vagina, that's why you get headaches.
I'm pussy.
You sure are.
Pussy.
Cunt. Twat.
Moist.
Panties.
Pussy control.
Oh.
Well done.
Thank you. I love that song. Cheers.
Cheers.
To my dead pops.
To your dead dad. Well done, Pharrell.
If you feel like good,
now, did you have anything else off the top of your head to talk about? And I apologize, podcast listeners. We don't have a Craigslist creep this week, but you know, give a fuck.
You know, I had some, but my iPod is gone and dead right now, and so is my computers at my house, so I don't have any of them. But I did have some. I apologize.
No worries. Let's talk about you recently moved because your mom moved to Texas.
Sure did.
And you put a bunch of shit on your curb, and I made a Craigslist post for it.
You did. So this is a intermittent Craigslist post.
I guess, yeah, in some small way. But I did not realize
real quick. I bought a new pipe.
Sweet.
Do you want to smoke out of that one?
Sure.
Or do you want to smoke out of the new one?
You got some pipe tobacco?
I do.
Is there some in here? Can I light it up?
Look like I have my real pipe.
Do you want to fill this up with pipe tobacco, or it's
Yeah,
pretty
except
empty.
I'm going to smoke it, and you can smoke it with me, because I forgot my new pipe.
Okay, go for it.
Sorry, just kidding. Go ahead.
So-
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
I made a post on Craigslist for you about your free bullshit on the curb.
You did, because you
And I
helped
thought-
me move it out there.
I thought, Lauren helped too,
She did.
who bitched out on this podcast. But
Well, Lauren's a bitch.
yeah, she may gang up on you with me, but at this point, I'm against her for now for not coming out and being on the podcast. I thought we'd have a new person on the podcast. I was so excited.
I thought so too. I was really
I
excited.
thought this is going to be great.
And it was like 10 minutes before too.
Because she's a lot of fun. And
She's a lot of fun,
you were
and
like-
she likes you a lot.
You were like, Lauren.
Oh,
can Lauren
she
come?
did
I
tell
was
me
like,
to
yeah,
tell
let's do
you
this.
to say hi.
Well, hi, Lauren. Hi. You're great people. I'm really enjoying your personality and who you are.
And that's rare.
Come on to the podcast anytime. Bring your fiance, whatever. He's probably a cool dude. I mean, we'll see. I won't hold back though, making fun of anybody, you or your fiance or Jenna for that matter. I mean, if this podcast has been any sort of,
Precursor.
right. But, so I put that post on Craigslist and I thought, not a chance, people aren't going to respond to this or even
You
come
underestimate
pick it
the power of Craigslist.
up. I really did, because I got email after fucking email. People like, oh, god damn it, this is a long stem.
Yes.
Right up my nose.
Can't. It's lit, bitch. It's not a fucking marijuana pipe. God damn, you're about to get burnt tobacco.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it's a pipe, woman. For fuck's sake, it stays lit. I told you. Do you see me light it every other hit? No, you don't, because it's not marijuana.
I've been really bad at pipe tobacco pipes. Like, I tamp them down and everything. I do everything I'm supposed to do, but I can't keep the shit lit. Because I'm bad at it. And I make no bones about it, I'm bad at it.
I can teach you.
But I got a pipe
You
in
have
there.
to get a real good... Well, go get it.
And I got good tobacco. It's a regular pipe. I mean, I didn't pay $100 for it, so it's whatever. But
I've never paid... Go get it.
no, I know what I'm talking about things. That Craigslist post, I got email after email of people being like, what size is the mattress? What, is it still there? I'll come get it. Is that desk, is it still there? I'll come get it if it's still there. I'm like, motherfucker, it was free on the curb. That means you do the work.
Right.
Okay? It was free. You're not paying me, so you come get it. If it's still here, then hurrah for you. Take it. If it's not, then I guess you lost out. But people are like,
Relentless.
oh, and the number of people who are like, where is this located? I'm like,
You put the address
fucking
on it,
address
didn't you?
was in the post, you stupid piece of fucking trash.
I am busy.
How fucking hard could it be to read the post? I put your address, your former address, in the post so that people could know that there was free shit on the curb at this address. Come get it. And people are like, where's this at? I'm like, oh, you don't get to internet anymore, okay?
I don't internet
you can't
ever.
fucking
Which
read
is
the
why
post.
I asked you to post it. Because
It's
I don't
okay.
know how to internet. Thank God I didn't get any of those.
And I used the LG G4 to take pictures, so they were spectacular pictures of things.
Well, sure.
And
sure.
people were still like, okay, what size is the mattress? And like, where is this located? I will come get it. Like, I'm too stupid to read a post that has the address in the post. Where are you? Can you give me a call and let me know if it's... I'm not gonna call you, motherfucker. I'm not gonna fucking call people on Craigslist. Like, don't give me your fucking phone number. Like, I'm gonna fucking call you. I was happy to make the post for you. I was happy to put the stuff up there. But dealing with the people on Craigslist from the emails, it's like, you people need to die. Lighter. To light my
You
roach
didn't
black
earlier.
and mild. I did.
You borrowed mine earlier.
I tried to borrow yours earlier, but it didn't light the first 3 times, so I was like, fuck your lighter. Black and mild pipe tobacco is the best.
Middleton pipe tobacco is the best. Black and mild is the thing that you're smoking. Middleton is
Your
who
mom is
puts
the
its
thing I'm
pipe.
smoking.
No shit about what you're putting in ya.
How old's your mom?
60. My dad and my mom are a week apart.
That's weird.
Mom's older.
I'm really sorry that your dad died. That's unfortunate.
That. It's super unfortunate.
Condolences.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that some of your friends were shit friends, and
well, I got you. You know.
And I'm also sorry that some of your friends vague book about it, making me think that Jesse's baby died.
Yeah, that would be a lot. I don't want to say worse, but like that. I mean,
it would be worse. Let's be honest.
Chris was doing it. Chris Wilson.
Come on the podcast sometime, Chris
Big
Wilson.
gay Chris.
I do like you.
He I'm
a fan.
But
I'm a fan of gay guys.
He was doing well, especially that gay guy. Like he's just a fucking nice guy. Like he'd do anything.
You're too nice, Chris.
That's why he posted the thing.
Try to be a little less
too nice. He knew that Dad wouldn't have wanted him to fucking post like, "Well, I'm dead" and shit. But he wanted to make us feel better.
I know. I saw his post and he was like, "I'm so heartbroken for Jenna and Jesse," and I'm like, "Oh, what happened? Did the baby die?" Ugh. And, you know, and I didn't comment or anything. I was just like, you know what? If Jenna wants me to know, she'll tell me. She's my podcast
like
mate.
A day later.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, a couple days. I sent you a Snapchat,
days?
and you were like, "Oh, my dad's dead."
I didn't send it to you on Snapchat though, did I?
No, you texted me.
Okay.
I was Snapchatting you just to start a conversation because I'm really bad at starting conversations. So I'm trying not to. I try not to.
I may not have gotten that Snapchat though because like
the
my
hairband
iPod
Snapchat.
said. Oh, and then I was like.
And then you texted me.
Flower game strong.
Shouldn't probably be.
I had just gotten my phone though. Like as soon as it happened, I was like, "Well, fuck! I gotta get a phone." Like.
Yeah. I get it, you know, and it's
I didn't know about Dad dying for several hours because I didn't have a phone.
Yeah, and I'm not the kind of person that's like, my friend should tell me first. I don't care about that at all. I mean,
but you're one of my, like,
I know.
You're, okay, we don't have to say
and
it.
you're my friend too.
You know.
Okay. But, I'm very nonchalant about my friends, you know, if they want me to know something, they'll tell me. I'm not going to badger people like, what's wrong with you? What's going on in your life? Are you okay? Do you need some help? Like, if you want me to know that something's wrong, you're probably going to need to tell me. And if you're not going to tell me, don't be pissed that I don't. I'm like, how's everything going?
And I do tell you.
Do you want to lay down on the couch and talk about your childhood?
You know that if I have something going wrong that I need to fucking talk about, you cool your fucking asshole jets and just let me talk to you.
Amen to that. You know.
To a friend.
I'm the kind of friend
Matt,
that...
Cheers to you for being a friend that if, like, I actually need to talk about shit, you just shut up and let me talk.
Exactly, and that's my philosophy on friendship, is like, if you want me to know something, you'll tell me. And if you're not going to tell me, then you don't want me to know, that's fine. I'm not going to be all... I'm not getting my panties in a bunch about it, like, oh, you didn't tell me first, or, oh, you didn't include me in this life-changing bullshit.
I love this voice that you're doing these past couple of impressions that you've done. Fucking beautiful.
I can't believe my friend, quote unquote, didn't tell me about things. That's not who I am. And people who are my friends know that. You know, if you want me to know something, if you want to talk to me about something, you'll talk to me about something. I'm not gonna go fucking fishing for shit, you know?
I don't like fisher friends.
Yeah, Joey's one of my favorites, you know, like, dude never gives me shit about anything, you know? It's like, yeah, I'll take another hit of this pipe tobacco. People on the podcast gonna think we're smoking weed. We're not.
We wish.
We totally wish.
We wish. If you have any, send some, because Indy's dry.
I don't know that it's dry.
It is. I do know.
But, that's another thing. Clash of Clans, right? So I play Clash of Clans. Joey made a clan, and I joined it, and this was 2 years ago, maybe, you know. And we've built it into a dynasty of awesome clanage, you know. But it's fine.
It's a good clan.
Yeah, it's a great clan.
You want to be a part of the clan.
So we maybe a year ago we somehow found a bunch of people from a clan they weren't excited about being in anymore. They micromanage shit and whatever. And so one of our top co-leaders, because in Clash of Clans you have your leader, you have your co-leaders, you have elders, and you have members. And so I'm a co-leader, obviously. But one of our other co-leaders was from this Dark Star clan, and he was good. great, you know. Warred all the time warring, all the time recruiting. But we'll say it was probably a month ago at this point. Not a month. Like 3 weeks ago. He started recruiting overnight because he's in California, and he started, you know, recruiting when everybody was asleep. But he'd recruit a bunch of people with, like, timers, which means they were in a war, and they left a war before the war was finished in another clan. And so I'd get on in the morning, and I'd kick out people with timers. I'm all for recruiting. It's not a big deal, and I didn't give him any shit about it. I'm like, recruit all you want, I'll come in and clean up the nonsense that you brought in overnight.
Oh, sure.
So he'd bring in 8 people. Because
chances are you'd bring in a few good ones.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
That's the theory. So he brings in 8 people, I kick out 2. He gets butthurt like crazy. We've been getting along great, and all of a sudden he's like, Psychedelic M is my name in the game, so people call me Psy. So he's like, Psy is fucking, God damn it, Psy, stop kicking people out. I'm like, they have timer. And we've been burned too many times by people who have timers coming in. They leave during war, and they don't use their attacks. It's bullshit. So I kick out timers. You know, we have a no tolerance on that now. You know, no timers.
That's how it works.
So it blew up. You know, it was a whole thing. He got pissed, and, you know, he started talking shit. And I don't start the shit, you know, I just respond to the shit.
Right.
So he's talking the shit, and I'm like, look, you keep recruiting, that's fine. I'm gonna keep kicking out the timers. That's how things are. You know, it's Joey's clan, right? So I'm one of his best friends. I'm not gonna say I'm his best friend. He might consider me his best friend, I consider him my best friend. But
right.
It's not like that. It's just that it's
trust.
Our clan.
It's a trust thing.
And we don't accept timers.
Right.
And I don't understand what his problem was. He'd bring in 8 people, I kick out 2. We're still net good.
It's
you know, it's a net
decent.
game.
Yeah.
And he's like, God damn it, I talked to these people overnight. I'm like, in the fucking 6 hours I was asleep, you had a long conversation with these people, but you don't ask them why they have a timer. I get on and I see you. I wake up with the baby. I'm with the baby, I'm feeding him a bottle, I'm on Clash of Clans, because I can do 2 things at once. And he's drinking a bottle, he doesn't need my attention.
Right, you're bored.
Drinking a bottle.
Right.
Clash of Clans, I'm seeing if people are brought in, he's not asking them about why they have a fucking timer. And I'm like, alright. So I kick him out in the morning, and he's like, God damn it, so he got all pissed off, and a little backstory on the clan wars. On Tuesdays we do our main war, that's, the whole clan has to war. And
every member and every leader. And
then we do 2 wars after the main war, and his name was in the game was John Ray, and he was in charge of the optional wars. He would put together the wars. He called it the Suicide Squad, which is, you know, DC Comics and whatnot. It's good,
right.
But it was dudes who were willing to war, get in there, get the stars, you know, raise the clan up. And so he was a monumental part in how we got to clan level 5. You know, we were a level 5 clan. Mostly because of his work and making us do those optional wars, those off wars. You know, we warred once a week until he was like, we should do more wars. And Trip, or, you know, Joey and me were like, I can only war once a week, but if you want to make more wars for anybody that's willing to war, let's go for it. You know, and I have 2 other accounts in the game, and they war every time. And this is boring, but I'm gonna keep going anyway. So he set up these wars, and he did everything, and we decided to start doing a strategy, you know, because before it was just, you know, war, you got to use both your attacks, and let's try to win. But that wasn't really working out for us. We lost a lot, we won a lot, we lost a lot. You know, there's no consistency. So we got stomped by a clan that used a strategy. They worked as a team. This clan that stomped us, hardcore stomped us, they used a strategy where every single member of their clan attacked 4 ranks down from them with their first attack.
Oh, wow.
And they got them in the first time. They got 3 stars each time. They blew us out. And we were like, let's use that strategy.
That's smart as fuck. Yeah.
Let's use that, because it worked against us. And he wasn't really for that.
What was his idea? That was good.
He just wanted to no rules war, just, you know, use both attacks, and that's the only rules.
Well, then why fucking play? If you're gonna try and play.
He started recruiting people, and they got timers, and I'm kicking him out, and he's getting pissed at me. And then he does his wars, and I'm
Wait,
like, we got to do that strategy.
Has he been getting shitty this whole time, or just for this one time that this happened?
Just like in this 1 week period, he starts getting shitty with me. Like, we're getting along, and then all of a sudden he's getting shitty with me. And so I start kicking people out. He's bitching. We're going back and forth. And I tell him, I say, you know I'm not going anywhere, right? Like, I'm not gonna ask Joey to kick you out. I'm not gonna bitch out like that. You know, I'm not gonna be like, my friend is the leader.
Right.
He's gonna kick you out. So I told him, I said, you know, you stay here, and you can continue doing that, and I'm gonna continue kicking the people with timers out every morning. Every morning I get on, and I'm gonna kick these people out. I said, you know I'm not gonna go anywhere, right? And he said, yeah, I know. You're Kobe and I'm Shaq.
What did he say?
He said, you're Kobe and I'm Shaq. Like the Lakers. You know, Kobe was the star, and Shaq came on, and Shaq didn't really have anything to do. You know, if there was a problem between Kobe and Shaq, Shaq was gone. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, homie. So I'm going to keep kicking out the timers. You can keep recruiting people all night long. I don't care. I'm going to get on after my 6 hours of sleep, and I'm going to kick out anybody you got that's got timers. And you're going to net gain, and I think it's all good, and I don't see what the problem is with what I'm doing. And he got pissed, and it went down. And so Joey got on, and he was like, I'm going to leave, John Ray was like, I get it, I'm not going to be here anymore. Me and Cy already talked about it. I'm like, we didn't talk about shit, homie. I'm just saying I'm going to continue kicking the timers. I ain't got shit, wrong with me. And so, Joey was trying
to... You have a job, recruit some people,
and
then I'll fucking kick out the unwanted.
Yeah, Joey was trying to mediate. He was like, Cy, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, we're good, me and Joey. It's right. He can get pissed at me in the game, and we're not going to lose our friendship over this. Right. He was like, just shut the fuck up. I'm like, dude, I'm not saying anything until he says shit to me. I'm just saying, I'm just going to respond when he says shit. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, all right. So he tried to keep him in the clan, but ultimately he took both of his counts and left. And people were like, what happened to Vegeta and John Ray? And I'm like, they left. They didn't want to be part of the strategy. And since he left, because he was like, all right, I'm not going to do the wars anymore. How about you put them together then, huh? And I'm like, okay, it's not that hard. I'll do it. So I started putting the wars together, and, he stayed for that first war. Before it was even over, he left. But we've won every war since he left using the strategy that he did not want to take a part in. So, I'm just saying.
I hope you fight him one day.
Fucking won, but...
Wouldn't that be hot if you fought him one day?
He got all butthurt and shit, and he's like, oh, no. I'm like, why don't you go make your own clan, man? We love having you here. You're doing a great job. You're the reason we're at a level 5 right now because
but don't get butthurt over it.
You pushed for warring
exactly.
You pushed for all the time wars, but you didn't want to be a part of the strategy.
You're not going to be smart about it. We don't need you.
We've only got a few co-leaders. Like it's Joey's clan, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 co-leaders, and everybody else is elders or members. And the co-leaders, we have a Facebook group that everybody's welcome to join. Nobody joins, but the co-leaders. And we talked about it. We put it out there. We said, hey, do we want to do this strategy? And everybody was like, let's try it. We tried it. We won. And everybody was like, let's keep it up. The strategy works. Let's do it. And so it's not like a dictatorship. It's a democracy, We discuss things. We talk about it. We decide whether we're going to do it. And members, elders, they're able to have input.
How adult of you.
I know, right?
How old's this kid?
He's an adult. But
how old?
I don't know. Probably 25. But, we had the discussion, and the majority of co-leaders, which means everybody but him, agreed to it. And it worked. And he got all shitty and left. And we've won every war since he left. He thought he was the only person recruiting, really. And so, I've stepped up and recruited, and a few other people have recruited. The clan does not hinge on one person. That's the thing about a clan or a team, is that it's not about one person. It's about the team. The team can come together and can work together.
takes a village to raise a child.
Right? That's exactly what it is. Yeah. I mean, it takes a village to raise a child, yeah.
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 Child.
But, I mean...
John Wayne Gacy, you don't know, but you gotta raise it.
It happens.
You gotta raise it.
You know, and I mean, we've just been doing phenomenal since. And, I mean, I just hope that he bookmarked our clan and is watching the wars we've won increase by one every 2 days. He's not, but, I mean, it's just, you know... It was that one day that Joey was, like, pissed at me for causing trouble, and I'm like... And this happened before, where I caused trouble with somebody, because I'm a dick.
Right, you're an asshole.
I'm an asshole.
And a troll.
And I'm an asshole on the internet, and in the game, and sometimes people leave. And people are like, dude, come on. And I'm like, what? But before...
Was I wrong?
I've never been wrong,
right,
but...
exactly.
This happened one time before with somebody who was in our clan, and he was great. He was super duper awesome. But he wanted to try this thing where we all remove all our defenses from our war bases and then exit the game by force closing it. And he thought that would mean the game would think we didn't have any defenses. And I'm like, you just did it, but I can see all your defenses still on your map, so it doesn't work. And you're trying to cheat the game.
Yeah, that sounds
but
like
your
cheating.
cheat of the game doesn't work. And he's like, well, let's try it. I'm like, I've done it.
It's not worth
I've done it.
And
a couple other people did it. But it doesn't work. And every time he would jump on, because I'm on a lot, but every time, I mean, I get on intermittently, but I get on a lot throughout the day. Like, I'll pop on, see what the chat says, pop off, you know. And so he would get on and he would say, let's try this strategy where we remove all our defenses and then exit the game without closing properly. And every time he would say that, I'd jump on real quick and be like, it's not going to work. And he got pissed and left. And went to our trader clan. Now,
wow.
I don't know if I've explained our trader clan before, but what happened was Joey created this clan, and me and this one other person joined, so we're basically the founders of the clan. And we built the clan up, and he had a bunch of people that he works with join the clan, and they had good bases and stuff. And then all of a sudden, one day, through no drama or anything, but one of them was like, I'm going to create my own clan. And so he created his own clan and took half of our members with him. So they're the trader clan. Bunch of fucking traders.
Yeah.
And we're a higher level than they are currently because we're better than them. But so the person that I ran off that time went to the trader clan, and he's still in there because I watch, and I'm very petty. But I've been watching, and we're gonna make it to level 6 before they do. We made it to level 5 before they did. I mean, we're just better. I didn't say okay Google, so fuck off. Okay, Google. Or,
okay. Hey,
Alexa.
Hey.
What else can I say to fuck shit up? No, that's the only two things. So, you know, I watch, and we made it to level 5 first. We'll make it to level 6 first. I mean, it's just a point of pride for me that we beat this trader clan.
How are you gonna play this game?
As long as it takes, motherfucker. You know, I'm...
Where's the winning point here?
Pretty good at. Till we're clan level 10. Which is the highest clan level you can make. But nobody in the game right now, because since they introduced clan levels, there are a few clans that are level 7 right now, which is mathematically the highest you could have gotten by this point, because it takes a lot of clan war perks and things like that to get there. But we're 5, and we're going to be 6 in the next couple weeks.
Nice.
So we're doing great. With this strategy is working.
How many people you got in your clan total?
I think it's like 35 right now. We get up to like 45 or so. The trader clan stays at around 50, which is the max you can have in the clan. So they say 45 to 50, but we kick out people who don't fucking follow the rules.
Right.
And we have 3 simple rules. Very simple rules. First
Show up.
First rule is, if you're in war, you must use both attacks. You get 2 attacks in war. You gotta use them both. You don't have to win. You don't have to do a good job. You just have to use both your attacks. That's one rule.
Right. Simple
Second rule. Donate only what is requested. So if somebody asks for archers, give them archers. Don't give them giants. Don't give them goblins. They ask for archers. Give them archers. So you can get kicked if you violate those 2 rules. We instituted a third rule. Follow the clan war strategy, which is to attack 4 down from your rank. So if you don't follow the clan war strategy, which has been working to win us wars, I'll kick your ass out. I don't even give a fuck.
Sorry.
I'll kick your fucking ass out.
There's someone out there that
3
will.
simple rules. And we have been winning with these 3 simple rules. We had 2 rules at the beginning, and that was use both attacks, donate only what is requested. You don't donate what's requested and we catch you, we kick you out. You don't use both attacks, you get kicked out. Easy. Now, follow the clan war strategy. We're not micromanaging. The clan war strategy is simple. Your first attack must be on a certain person.
I think you need to start an empire, Matt.
You know, I have an empire.
I'm gonna pee.
Alright, I'm gonna try to pause this if I can log back on real quick.
Better is really what it is.
You should drink better. Well, drinking's not good for you.
It's not, as it turns out.
Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, yeah. I ate at Fogo de Chao recently.
Lucky dog.
I know. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know. All the meat you can handle.
I know. And you know what's fucked up about it?
You just keep going.
I didn't gain weight the next day.
I'm sure you didn't.
Stepped on the scale, no gain.
Probably crapped it all out.
I ate the crap out of some meat.
Yeah, and I bet you crapped it out.
I kept going. I was like, oh yeah, keep it going. Yeah.
That green coaster of mine never went to red.
I know, it's so good.
So Fogo de Chao is that Brazilian steakhouse where they just bring you meat until you tell them no?
Yeah, until you die, because it's great. I mean, we, some would say, endorse Fogo de Chao. Or Fogo de Chao, as it might be. I don't know. I don't fucking do Brazilian. So, you know, whatever. But
it's fucking Portuguese anyway, which is fucking fake and made up, so...
Amen to that.
Shit.
But it's good as fuck. Highly recommend. I'm gonna go down there for Devour Downtown, my lodge. We're getting together, the officers and whatnot, and we're gonna have reservations, and we're gonna go down there during Devour Downtown and have a dinner there. Just 'cause fuck it. But because we were gonna have a dinner there, I told my wife, I said, we're gonna have a dinner at Fogo de Chao later this month. So, well, it was next month because it was in July. I said, let's if you want, we can go down there for our anniversary. So we went there for our anniversary. It was awesome.
Did you get the salad bar too, or just this?
Of course we did.
Yeah.
Of course, I had a salad, I had some salmon, and I had some other stuff.
Get it, girl.
That's getting picked up.
She's thirsty. That's getting picked up.
They tried to take my salad plate.
You could wipe it first.
Yeah, you can wipe it. They tried to take my salad plate, but I had some mushrooms and shit on there. I was trying to have it with my meat. So I was like, no. They took her plate, but I was like, no. Leave that there. I still got some stuff on it. I'm going to eat with my meat, okay? And I know that's how this works.
Sure.
Fuck your ass. We had the papaya dessert.
Yeah.
Because my friend, Scott Troiano, who...
We're friends on Facebook. Who is that guy?
You are friends with him on Facebook. He's a good guy. He's one of my lodge brothers.
Do I know him?
I don't know if you know him. You're friends with him on Facebook.
I couldn't figure out who he was.
He does LARP, so you may have friended him through a LARP group. You like to LARP sometimes.
Possible.
He does a podcast on the Nerds Domain.
That makes sense.
Marvel superhero podcast, which I listen to, which is very good. He's very good. He releases it weekly, which is
have him on.
Way better than what we do. He's a far better podcaster than us. I highly recommend listening to the Marvel superhero game. It's Gaming with Scott. So find him on Twitter at Gaming with Scott.
Plug.
That's Gaming W Scott, and on Facebook Gaming with Scott. I think just you can find it. If you know how to internet, you'll find it. It's really good. He does this game, this Marvel superhero role-playing game with the dice and the shit. It's a whole thing. If you're familiar with LARPing, you understand the dice and shit game. I don't. It's really good. I listen to it. Rico.
RPGs.
Rico plays. You know Richard Suarez.
Yeah.
He plays. He's my favorite character in it. I know he probably doesn't listen to this, but he should.
My best friends don't either.
I know. But when you shared our page on Facebook, it got a crap ton of likes from your friends. So they're supportive of the idea of our podcast, not necessarily our podcast in general, but the idea of it. But his character is Guardian Angel, Richard, and it's great.
Of course it is.
And Scott is the storyteller of the game, and he does a really great job of guiding the game along.
He's the master.
And I listen to it, and I enjoy it, and it's really good. It's a great podcast. It's a great game. Listen to it. But anyway, my point was Scott Troiano hipped me to the knowledge that papaya has enzymes in it that break down meat.
Yep.
And so you should have that as the dessert. They have a papaya cream dessert.
They recommend it, too. I mean, it's not like...
And so we had that because, it breaks down the ungodly amounts of meat
you are literally gobbling, like, pounds and pounds of meat when you go to Fogo de Chao.
It's wonderful. So
Fogo de Chao.
If you go to Fogo de Chao, have the papaya cream dessert, because the papaya will help you digest that meat.
And if you can, have it in the middle of your meal.
Just have it at the end. It's okay.
Or the middle. You want to consume the maximum amount of meat while you're there.
Shout out to Gaming with Scott.
Shout out.
Shout out to other podcasts that are better than ours. I don't recommend the Nerds Domain podcasts. Seems bullshit. But
speaking of shout out,
Gaming with Scott was a good podcast. Yeah.
My band.
Oh, yeah. When are we going to have him on? Your bandmate.
Well, he just got in a car accident a few weeks ago, and he doesn't have a vehicle
Is he
right
dead?
now. No.
Okay,
some guy's mattresses came flying off of their car and hit him.
Hey, that happens.
It does.
So you guys got some more gigs? You got any gigs coming up? Let's plug your gigs.
August 26th, we have a gig in an alley in Columbus.
Fuck yeah, alley gig.
An alley gig, yeah.
What day is the 26th?
It's a Wednesday.
Ooh, Wednesday.
I know, that's not good for you.
Well, I think that might be my Fogo de Chao date with my lodge.
Well, it's also just Wednesday is Lodge Day. But anyway, we're about to have a website called frontbarmilk.com. So
you got the domain?
Yeah, we got the domain.
Beautiful. He did that, yeah.
No, Eric did.
Benj?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Eric Benj.
Yeah, we should have him on.
Big fan. We should, because I bought some of his art things. I don't know if you call it art. It
is. It's art.
It's a robot hand in a glass. Totally cool.
It's a specimen jar, actually.
Yeah, it's technically art. It's not like paintings, though, so just throw that out there. We should have him. You have the connections. Let's get him on. Get him on.
You want to... Are you busy tomorrow night?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, maybe sometime... Because, I fucking open every weekend, so it's hard to get together. I'm off now for bereavement. I'm bereaving right now. Anyway, frontbarmilk.com.
Frontbarmilk.
My band's website will be up and running very soon.
Have you explained the name?
Probably not.
Because I think someone else had to explain it to me, because I was like, that's a terrible name. And they're like, when you go to... I think it was my wife, actually, explained the significance of Front Bar Milk.
It's not really significant. It's just, it sounded good together. This guy that JB, my bandmate, Justin Otherman, worked with, we both worked with him. His name is Harold. And he had many, we call them Haroldisms.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Things that he said. He's like this 48-year-old batshit crazy guy.
Sure.
And one of the things he used to say was front bar milk, front bar milk, front bar milk. And you wouldn't hear him until probably the 6th time that he said front bar milk. Because he wouldn't say, can you open the refrigerator for me? Or anything. He wouldn't try and grab your attention for anything at all. But he would just say, front bar milk, front bar milk, front bar milk. And that was one of the many Haroldisms. But that was his signal to say, I just brought you 6 2% milks. Can you open up a refrigerator?
Now, see, my wife thought, and I believe it was my wife who thought this, that front bar milk was maybe a call to, alcoholics who go to the bar and order milk. or people who don't drink when they go to a bar and they order
Oh, well,
milk.
sure it is.
So it's like front bar milk.
Sure.
Because people who don't drink will order milk at a bar instead of a drink because they have to order something.
Sure.
You can't just not order anything.
Yeah, it's that
it's
too.
Real dickbaggery, but...
It's that too.
So
it's whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you want it to be.
Or alcoholics will order milk so that they can drink more. The theory being that if you get milk in your system, you can drink more liquor.
Is that a popular theory?
My 21st birthday, it was recommended to me that I have a milkshake before I go out so that I had milk in my stomach.
I think you just worked at Steak and Shake.
Delay
and
the
that's
alcoholism.
how that happened.
You want to talk about the ketogenic diet?
Sure.
The
Speaking of being hungry,
theoretical way I've lost 65 pounds so far.
looking decent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say good,
I'll get
but
there.
decent.
Your
wife wants you to get buff.
I work out, so I'm kind of
work
buff,
out.
But in my perfect world, I would lose some weight and stop working out so that I then lose the muscle mass as well.
You just want to be...
I want to be thin.
You don't want to have any muscle?
Yeah, I want to be slender. But
what?
I can deal with being, muscular and thin. That'd be nice, but whatever. I gotta fit into sundresses, okay? Like Lady Beard.
Sure.
My current idol,
sure,
Lady Beard.
Sure.
Look him up on YouTube. Lady Beard, Lady
Shout out.
Baby. So basically, the thought is that carbs are the enemy, and carbs are the enemy because sugar is the enemy, and carbs become sugar from the neck down. When you eat like bread, it's bread up here, but once it enters your system, it becomes sugar.
Immediately sugar.
And so sugar is the enemy. So you want to stop the sugar. And so a lot of people say, oh, well, your brain uses carbohydrates exclusively to work.
Not exclusively.
But that's not true. I mean, yes, the American diet, the brain uses carbohydrates, but you can cut the fucking carbohydrates out, and then, sugars, carbohydrates, cut them out, and your brain uses carbohydrates, but if you stop giving it carbohydrates, it takes a couple days, but eventually your body will start producing ketones. We call that ketosis. So, when your body's not taking in carbs to use as energy...
Can I tell you right now, in the light of your computer, you look like you have the most beautiful mullet I've ever seen.
That's
with
rough.
your headband.
But yeah,
it's so nice.
Your
I
body
wish you could see what I'm looking at right now. It's so nice.
Starts producing ketones, and your brain can use ketones
is what it is
instead of carbohydrates.
Oh, you look so good. Oh, you're doing something for me right now. Just having those beautiful tendrils.
They're beautiful
behind your ears.
When you cut out the carbs,
not in front of your ears,
you get like a headache for 2 days.
It's like you have
your brain's got
like a little bit of shave here, and then just beautiful.
There's no shave.
Tendril curls.
There's no shave.
But he is wearing a headband,
yeah,
so it looks in the computer light of the night like he's got the most magnificent Rico Suave mullet you could ever imagine.
It's beautiful.
Stunning.
It is what it is.
It had to be, I'm sorry, we had to get rid of the keystrokes or whatever the fuck you're trying to talk about. Keystrokes.
So, once your body starts producing ketones, your brain starts using them as fuel or whatever, and your body starts... The ketones enable your body to start breaking down fat for energy instead of carbohydrates, instead of sugar. So, you cut sugar out, you cut carbohydrates out, and your body starts burning fat for energy. So, immediately you start seeing the benefit as your body starts eating the fat that you've built up as energy. You're a little weak, but then your body catches up, and it's like, well, we got all this fat reserves, burn that shit as energy. So boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden, you've got energy again, even though you're not eating carbs or sugar, and you're like, ooh, what's this about? So, you're hitting the gym, and you're still able to hit it hard, and you're getting, your body's breaking down your fat. So you start losing weight. And you lose a lot of water weight, too, because with carbohydrates, when you're taking in carbohydrates, there's a water component. So the carbohydrates come in, and they hold water. So when you go into ketosis, you lose a lot of water weight, and your fat starts burning. So, but you got to keep with it. If you keep with the ketosis, with not taking in carbs, your body will stop losing the water, and you'll stop seeing the water weight loss, which that's a big part of the weight loss originally. You'll be like, oh, I lost 10 pounds this week. Well, half of that's water, so
right.
It is what it is, but you'll get there. But you're burning fat too. So, and then as far as the diet goes, you want to eat, protein and fat, and stay away from carbs, and you want to eat good fats, not trans fats. Stay the fuck away from trans fats. Don't eat French fries and starch. Starch is carbs.
So what are the good
carbs,
fats?
Sugars is carbs. We're talking, meat is okay. You got a lot of protein in meat, and some fats, which are okay. We're talking butter has some good fats in it. You're talking about high cholesterol, but realistically, the thing that hurts you with cholesterol is not cholesterol; it's calcium buildup. So, if you're taking in butter, butter's okay. Margarine's no good; that's trans fats. So you want real butter. Avocados, those are high in fat, but it's the best fat. It's really good fat. So your body can break it down easy. It can digest it. It can turn it into energy fast. Medium chain triglycerides, coconut oil has a lot of MCTs, which is fatty acids, but they're easily breakable by your body. Your body will take those MCTs, those medium chain triglycerides, break them down real quick, turn them into energy. So you want complex carbs like you find in vegetables and fruit. So you eat an apple, there's sugar in an apple, but there's sugar in that it's fructose, and it's a complex, or it's a complex carb, right? Is it a complex carb? Whatever. It's a good carb. So, because it comes in with fiber. So your body takes in the sugar, but it is also taking in the fiber, and the body doesn't know what to do with fiber, which is why you drink fiber if you want to try to poop. Because your body
it spells it.
Yeah, your body doesn't digest fiber. It's like, ooh, fiber, what?
Get out of here.
So, when you're eating an apple, you're taking in fiber and fructose, sugar. So your body's like, ooh, sugar. But it's also like, ooh, fiber. And it's bonded. So it's like, alright. So it takes it a longer time to break it down. So you don't cause that insulin spike. If you just take a spoonful of sugar.
If I eat an apple, or if I have apple juice, I fart or poop right away.
It happens, but that's good for you. That's a good thing. So you take in the sugar with the fiber. Eat that fruit. It's good. It's all yummy and yay and woo. But your body, it takes that sugar, but it's like, ooh, sugar. But then it's like, ooh, this is taking us a while to break down. So it's good because it releases it over a period of time, which doesn't cause an insulin spike. It causes, nice and even insulin. So you keep your insulin even, So you try to keep the carbs out. So you try to keep fruit out. But if you gotta have carbs, eat fruit. Avocados, though, are like the best thing. Because a recent study came out to show the best kind of diet for weight loss, and the proportions of protein to fat to carbs, good carbs, not bad carbs, are like exactly the proportions of protein to fat to carbs that are in avocados.
Interesting.
So, like, if you just eat avocados all day, every day,
all right.
That's pretty good for. Okay. But I'm just saying, go on a ketogenic diet and you lose a lot of weight.
It works for you.
You look worked fucking a lot. Good. Restrict your calorie intake. I mean, that's basic. Drink a lot of water. Cut out soda. Cut out simple carbs like bread, sugar, soda, candy. Come on, cut it out.
All the shit that you know is bad for you.
Everything you know is bad. Stop doing it. Get lots of vegetables, fiber,
and then work out a little.
You know what? You like bacon? Fuck yeah. Eat all the bacon you want, man. I mean, I'm saying you can have bacon on this diet. You can eat bacon, so eat bacon. Come on.
I mean, not like 3 meals a day.
Eat lean protein. Eat chicken. Eat turkey. Steak in moderation. You want to have a cheeseburger? Get it without the fucking bun, man. And it was so much better for you without the bun. The bun is evil. All right, so let's wrap this up. Let me log back on. You got something to say real quick while I log back on to this fucking thing?
This has been pretty great.
Damn it. Hold on. I'm almost too drunk to log back on. This has been Some Would Say. Thank you for listening to our podcast where we had no guests. Thanks, Megan. Thanks, Lauren. God damn it. Psychedelic M.
Genital.
Signing out. There we go.